All right, you guys. Welcome to this meeting. It's nice to see everybody here. And I have to say, it's great to see how many people are coming here this night. Maybe you're seeing a recording of this meeting. So what we recommend is, after you've listened to us for 25, 30 minutes, talk to the person that invited you to the meeting and get some, questions answered, because I'm quite sure there will be some. We're going to be thorough and go really over the main issues here regarding the business. A little bit of myself. I've been in the industry for a little over 2 decades. I love this business, and we've built organizations doing a few million per year in revenue. So it's the same with Gunnar Walson, who is hosting here with me tonight. So we've kind of been around the block, and I think that's important to, have people that have been around the block in the business. Our industry is, getting more and more people with experience. Of course, it's an industry that's over 50 years old, and it's the industry that people like because how do you want to get a product to yourself? How do you trust somebody with a product? The advertisement in the television, or when somebody recommends a product. So people want recommendations. We listen to our friends, our family. Somebody says I came across a great product, and this is a very important thing right now in our business, because what is happening where we're building is that people are always out of product, okay? And listen to me, that's a really positive thing, because, the key for any good business is to have a product that, is a, product that is emotional, people want again and again and again. And that is for sure what we have here. Here's the can, the Slim Roast Optimum, and we have it also in sample forms. And, when I saw this business for the first time over 20 years ago, I remember some words somebody told me that I've used a lot since then. And the people who have been in our business and in our industry know these words of John Paul Getty. I'd rather have 1% of the income of 100 people rather than 100% of my own. And there's so much in these words. I think that our business is for people who are looking for real-time freedom. That's the key here. We all know the 9-to-5 time, and we all know at 67 years old we're supposed to be retiring or around that age. We on an average, I think men in general get like 78, 9 years old. So we have like 11, 12 years after we retire. When we do the JOB, as we call it, we call it the journey of the broke. No harm meant, but that's how we see it. So what if I could tell you that we explained this for you guys here that are new, and we can teach you how to make $2,000-$3,000 or euros per month extra. Okay, just that to begin with. Maybe putting 5 to 15 hours a week into it. When you need, we work a lot like this online. We use social media a lot. So the key to this business is really consistency, that we just work on a daily basis, a little bit every day. And it's really fun. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing with our product first. The coffee that we saw in January, me and Gunnar and our wives, we didn't know what to say at first, because we thought, wow, what is happening? And we heard this is a weight loss coffee. So you will lose some kilos, using the products for a short period of time. And I have to be absolutely honest. I thought first, well, that's not possible, that's no way. But we're seeing this happening here over and over and over again. And if we just talk a little bit about the weight loss situation in the world, when I was young, kind of nobody was overweight. There was just this one guy and one woman who was overweight. Let's be fair, kind of everybody is, dealing with a few kilos, right? And some, 10, 20 kilos. And when we get, maybe when we're 10, 20 kilos too heavy, it gets a little bit tough, to rewind that. And that's where the Slim Roast Optimum coffee comes into business, because it really helps people to begin and to maintain. So the coffee industry is, there's no product used more really after oil than coffee. Okay, so everybody kind of drinks coffee. 2.2 billion cups every day around the globe. And what's key there is that people will be drinking coffee for the rest of their lives. Everybody wants their cup of coffee. We are getting people on the product with those examples. Okay, a 6 days experience program. It's very important to kind of see this. And when we go over the compensation plan, you will understand how this all comes together. And during these 6 days, like 80-90% of people, and I know that, people who know the product and the business, they know it's right. It's 80-90%, get back to you and are like, what's that? What's in this thing? And the trick is that people only drink 1 or 2 cups a day. So we're not people can drink all the coffee they want and the different, coffee. I'm a coffee guy myself. I lived in Italy once. I'm from Iceland. I love coffee. And I can't wait to get my Slim Roast Optimum every morning. And this is really important because the product is really emotional. And of course, it's when you tell people we are taking the weight loss industry, kind of blending it with the coffee industry, what do you have there? It's a very powerful combination. A little bit, before I want to explain a little bit about what's in the coffee before we continue. But Valentus, it's the company. Valentus is shipping now to over 90 countries, okay? So we work online a lot. People order online, okay? They get products from you personally, and they also order online. Everybody is saying, and has been saying, and, everybody is saying that now what you need to do is you have to be, have an online business. But it's not, you have to do a lot of things to have an online business. First of all, you got to have a product that works online. And second of all, you got to be able to ship that product around the world. You cannot just say, well, I'm just, maybe it was before okay, but, I'm just shipping in my country now. But if you're going to build an international business, you need to be able to have the infrastructure in place to be able to ship the product all over the world. So Valentus is shipping now to over 90 countries, and there are coming new countries, in. So, half the globe, really, half the countries in the world we're shipping to. And that's not enough because, we put you guys up, or Valentus puts us up with all the online presence that we need. And then we use our Facebooks and our Instagrams to really, get some curiosity. I sometimes say that we don't need to sell the product because we post online, some facts about the coffee or whatever, and on some weight loss pictures or whatever. And we got that all, and we teach people how to do that. And people start to come to you and say, what is that? What is that? Is this really working? And that's a beautiful scenario to be in. Dave Jordan is the founder of the company. He and his wife are very special in the way that, when I met them at first, I could just feel energy. But I love this sentence here. And the people who have been in the industry, I know they really relate to this sentence. It's a company for distributors by distributors, okay? Because sometimes, and I'm talking from experience here, we have many good companies out there. Don't get me wrong. We have many not so good companies over there. But, even in the kind of good companies, when it comes down to everything, it's about the shareholder and not the distributor, really. Then you realize, oh, I'm really second, or even third. So this is where the distributor is number one. The company is now 5-year-old. It's debt-free. It's gone through the rough patches of, the first couple of years, when the company is kind of, um, well, getting ground, if so to speak, so we are running now. The company has, grown tremendously over this year. We just really don't believe the figures ourselves, but it's there and we can see it in our organization. So that's really exciting. But Dave is and his wife, they are true leaders, and the company is for distributors, by distributors. Now, what's in the coffee? What's happening there? Okay, these are amino acids. These are all, legal substances that are, or ingredients that are in the coffee. Okay, even, I'm in Iceland, where we have a really strict legislation about, all these things. So, but it's allowed here. So I can tell you, if it's allowed here, it's allowed kind of everywhere in the world. So what happens is, what I was explaining, when people get those, 6 days of experience, well, the first things that happen is that people call you up, or you hear them, and they're like, "I'm not hungry anymore. Is that normal? I haven't eaten anything today." We're not saying that eating well, and training, and doing some exercise and going out for a walk, that's all great, of course. But this happens. People just, they are not hungry anymore, and which means that they spend a lot less on food, and they are not eating that a chocolate bar, or that sandwich with the mayonnaise during lunchtime and all that. And if you just cut that out, and you figure out that you're actually eating less for dinner. Okay, it took me a while to, like, whoa, I'm eating less. I don't need as much sugar. It kind of just takes all sugar cravings away. Okay, it just, you don't want the sugar. And sugar, is talked about today as kind of a drug, the drug of the future, of and today, because it's, it's doing so bad for us, it's for our health. But it's not, for everybody. It's not only the weight loss aspect that we have here. One of the most important things for me about the Slim Roast Optimum, and I know this is, good for so many people, that's the energy and the focus that you get. Okay, you just kind of feel like all days are the good days. You know how you wake up? Some days you wake up, and just some days are not good. It's noon or 1 o'clock, in the afternoon, and you're not just, you didn't wake up that day. Then another day you're fine, and you're up at 8 o'clock, and everything is 100%. But there's nothing different. You slept just as well both the nights before those days, and so on. But with the coffee, you get the good days. So that's really important. We have coffee, and we have the cocoa, the Optimum cocoa. This is new. So for people, the ones who don't drink coffee, we have the cocoa. We have more products, but those products here we're talking about tonight are the key products doing the most of the revenue of the company. Very exciting new products that came this spring, actually last spring, that we will talk about, and we talk about on trainings and so on, and we distribute over the world and like that. But we're not going to spend our time on that now. We're going to talk about the key products. So what happens when you have a company that is 5 years old and it's growing month over month over month? Okay, the company was doing not so long ago, less than a year ago, a couple of million a month, okay, in revenue, a couple of $1 million. Now 7, 8. Okay, so what is happening here, and this is what we know that have been in the industry for some time, and even a long period of time, that this is not a given. Okay, sometimes people tell you, momentum was there, but you can build your own momentum. You can, but it's always this one momentum where the company itself grows, from being really small until it'll be a $1 billion company or a couple of $1 billion company. I am convinced, with my over 20 years of experience, that this is not going to be a $1 billion company. It's going to be a $10 billion company, I'm telling you. So with me here tonight, I have my good friend for a long time, Mr. Gunnar Valsson. He has set he's one of the fastest to grow to double diamond with the company. and is a true leader who really cares about his organization and his distributors. And he's going to take you through the numbers, and teach you and show you, how we really make money with Valentis. So Gunnar, thank you, and you take the floor now.
Thank you very much. Actually, you guys hear me? Yeah, I think you hear me okay. So I'm gonna share with you my slides here. Let's see, you got it here? Yeah. Let me just quickly go over, my story with Valentis. I got started in late January. I have been in the industry for a long time, as Axel has, and I was pretty unfortunate that, two of my last companies, we were building them for 18, 24 months, and we thought it had it made in both of these companies, but both of them went bankrupt. And as everyone knows who's been around in any kind of business, is 95% of companies go out of business within the first 1 to 3 years. So it's a crucial time. So after these experiences with those companies, I actually laid low in network marketing for almost 2 years. I was a little bit fed up with the industry, or basically the way I was doing it with the kind of companies I was working with. I was with nutrition companies. So I was basically convincing people about using something that they have never used before, because in the nutritional vitamins and supplements, we know that only 10% of people use vitamin supplements on a daily basis. So I laid low for quite a while, and I was looking at companies, but I really didn't know what I was looking for. It wasn't until actually in December where a lady gave me and my wife a call, a lady that we respect, and she was very smart, because she said to me, Gunnar, I'm looking at the company here, who's actually I think is really exciting. And I know that you're a professional, so can you please look at it for me and tell me if it's any good? And she knew I was not ready at that time to get anything going myself, so she wanted to ask me if I would look at it for her, and that's what I did. And to tell you the truth, I was got very excited within 2 hours of looking at material there, and I saw something unique. I saw something absolutely unique, because what I saw was a product, first of all, that had no competition at all. If it would work like they say, there was absolutely no competition, and so this was absolutely different. The second thing I thought was, okay, I don't have to convince people about drinking coffee, because most people already drink coffee, so I don't have to convince them to use something that they haven't used before. I thought that was a huge advantage. But I was also skeptical still about the weight loss coffee, because I've never heard about weight loss coffee before. And then the third aspect was, the compensation plan sounded unique, something I saw some aspect of the compensation plan that I have never seen before. And so I was curious. So I told this lady how I felt about this. It sounds like it's very exciting. And she connected me with a guy in the US, Michael McCormick, which I look at as my sponsor today. And I tried to be difficult with him. I tried to be skeptic with him, and I told him, weight loss coffee, people just have to exercise, they just have to eat healthy, they have to just change their lifestyle. And he said to me, Gunnar, the problem is a lot bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than that. We know that it's a healthcare issue, weight loss. It's over 70% of people are either overweight or obese. And he said, you can just see it, how much these people, they want to lose weight, but they can't, because they don't have the discipline to do it. So he related to me a lot. And he said to me, Gunnar, what if we had a product that helps the 90% of people that can't do it themselves, the 90% of people that don't have the discipline to do it themselves. And I said, obviously, well, that would be a complete game changer. So he actually sent us some products. To cut a long story short, we tested the product, and we actually fell in love with the product in the same day. And that was how powerful it was. Obviously, we didn't lose weight in our first day, but we felt the sustained energy. I felt personally, I'm a AD person, and I felt I was I have felt this clarity. I felt this complete focus. And since then, we have seen in 5 months, we've seen so many lives changed because of this product that is absolutely unbelievable. And as you know, as a network marketers, if you've been in network marketing before, like Axel said before, we are all looking for a product that people use day after day for years to come, consumable product that they use although they're not making money. So we got started, and today we have experienced this compensation plan, which I'm going to describe to you or show you here. And we have used the simple system that we have in place, which is also a key. I have never seen more duplicatable system than we already have with our company. And I say that's the reason why we are growing so fast. In 5 months, I personally have not earned, I've never earned so fast in network marketing. But the most important part of it is that I've never had so many people in my organization make money so fast, as so many people making money, because that is the key of having a great product and a great compensation plan, is to have a compensation plan that pays people quickly. Not, you don't have to wait 3 or 4 months until you experience some money in your pocket. Now, I'm going to go over the compensation plan with you, and we have 5 ways to get started. And all the way from $100 up to $1,600 packages. But the 2 most important packages are Ruby Pack and Emerald Pack, which is $800 to your doorstep, or $1,600 with taxes, shipping, and everything. And before I go deeply into the compensation plan, is that there are a couple of countries that actually cannot retail products. And in Europe, it's UK and Denmark because of special laws. So for those who are from Denmark, you have to apply to your own rules there. But we are in a global business. We're working in all over the world. We can work all over the world. The company ships to over 90 countries. So this is what we are doing in most markets where we have started already. Now I'm going to go first 2 slides. First slide is going to be about the Ruby Pack, and the second one about the Emerald Pack. So if we go for the Ruby Pack and invest $800 to start a business, what we get for that is 350 samples of the optimum coffee. Now our system is based on 6-day experience, which means that we are selling people 6-day experience of the coffee, 1 pack a day. And if we take the 350 sachets or samples and divide that by 6 days, we get 58 sets of the 6-day experience. Now we sell those for approximately $20. And if we calculate that, that's $1,160 in sales. So basically the profit from the initial investment is $360 in retailing only. Now, if we go for the next one, which is the Emerald Pack, which is $1,600, what we get from that is the same. We get 350 samples of the optimum coffee, and we get the same calculations here. But we also get 20 tubs or 20 cans of monthly supply of the optimum coffee, and we sell those for $100. So if we calculate that, that's $2,000 in sales. So we got an investment of $1,600. We got total sales of $2,000 plus the $1,160. So if we go for the Emerald Pack, which is the only way to go, in my opinion, because we are experiencing every single person that follows our system is out of product very, very quickly. That's how high the demand is for this kind of product. A simple way to lose weight gives you energy and more and more and more. So the profit from this investment would be $1,560 just by retailing. And here's a key factor. We can actually sponsor people into our business. and they can make money only by retailing. And as we know, there are some people that only like to retail, and they can come in and they can easily make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, a month from only retailing. But let's take it a little bit further. Now, if we distribute those 58 packages and 20 tubs, we got 78 people trying our coffee. And we could ask ourselves, how many out of these 78, if they like the product, would like to look at our business? Now, most people would say, well, maybe 1/3. So let's go for that. 1/3 of the people would like to look at the business. 1/3 would, like to be consumers, just use the products for themselves. And then 1/3 will basically disappear. Or like I say, they will go into the witness protection program. But let's not be so optimistic. Let's be, down to earth, and let's say that only 6 people will want to look at our business, and they will join at the Emerald Pack. So that's how it would look like, because we have something called legacy bonus, and the legacy bonus in our compensation plan is the key to get people earning money fast. Now, once you get started, you sign up 6 people. And for every person that signs up at the Emerald Pack, you will get $200 in fast start bonus. And you can sponsor as many people as you like, so that's into infinity. But it doesn't stop there, because in the legacy bonus, it works in this way, that the first 3 that you sponsor, you get $200. Everyone after that, the 4th one, 5th one, 6th one, 7, 8, 10, 100, doesn't matter how many, you will get an extra $100 as a legacy bonus. So basically, after the first 3, you are getting $300 for the initial investment of our Emerald Pack for those who you sponsor. But here, let's go for the numbers. We're still looking at the return of an investment of your initial purchase of the Emerald Pack. Now, 6 business partners will give you $1,200 in fast start bonus. We get $300 in legacy bonus. So that's a total of $1,500. So we had already previously earned in retail $1,560. So you see the basic return of investment for the Emerald Pack is actually $3,000 in profit. Now we could go even further and say if we sponsor 12 business partners, but just let's leave it at that. Now here is where it gets really interesting, because now the legacy bonus really starts kicking in. Now let's say the 4th one, John, 5th one, Mary and Peter, they start sponsoring people into the system, and the first 3 that they will sponsor, you will get the $100 legacy bonus up to you. So basically you earn on second level of the first 3 that they sponsor and a $100 legacy bonus. But it doesn't stop there, because once the people on level 2 start sponsoring people, the first 3 that they sponsor, you will get the $100 legacy bonus. And this also goes down to infinity. So there's no time limit, and there's basically no limit on how many you can sponsor or how deep it really goes. Now, if we go for the numbers, the legacy bonus, let's see that you say that you sponsor 6 people, so 3 of them will be legacy, $100 each, that's $300. If those 3 sponsor 3, you get 9 people, so your commission from that would be $900, and we can continue with the power of 3, 27 people, that will pay you $2,700, and we can go on and on and on. And if we duplicate down to 7th level, you see there's a lot of money involved there just in the legacy bonus. So yes, this is very optimistic, but let's say only 10% of this works out. So that would be $32,700 anyway, just in legacy bonus. Now, we also have a dual team, which is a binary. For those who understand network marketing, the binary system is absolutely fantastic in my opinion, because we are actually helping people building one of their teams, basically. So we have a left side, we have a right side, and we have a 1/3, 2/3 compensation plan. And if you have 100 BV, which is business volume, and 200 BV on the other side, doesn't matter which side it's on, that pays you $200. So for example, if you build an organization, you have 5,000 points on one side and 10,000 on the other side, that will pay you $1,000. And we pay that's paid weekly. And the maximum commission you can get from the binary plan is actually 100,000 per week. Now, we also have a matching bonus, which is basically your earning commission, extra commission of your team dual team bonus, which means that if you help your people that you sponsor make money from their binary plan, you will get X amount of percentage of what they earn. So let's say, for example, that you are a diamond in our company. So that I put diamond in there because there's an unlimited income potential where you get to diamond. And let's say you have a first line, people that you personally sponsored, they have combined income from the binary tree is $5,000. You would get a matching bonus of 20%, which means that you get $1,000 in your pocket. If the people on second level are earning combined $10,000, you would get 15% for that, which would be $1,500. We go down to third level, you would get 10% of the income of those who are earning there. So it's another $1,500 in this example. And we can go on and on because this matching bonus goes actually down to seventh level. So the sixth level is 3% and the seventh level will be 2%. And when you have a mature organization, there's going to be a lot of money involved in this part of the compensation plan. Now, we also have other bonuses. We have a global enrollment share bonus. This is paid monthly. These are two bonuses. First of all, 1% of the total revenue each and every month goes into a bonus pool, which is paid to those who sponsor 3 business builder in a given month. So if you sponsor 3, you get 1 share. If you sponsor 6, you get 2 shares, and we go on like that. But I have seen this share as low as $75 and up to $200 per share. So in our example, each share is $150, so that would make you $300. We also have a car allowance bonus, which starts at diamond level. It gives you $400 up to $3,000, depending on your rank. Now, I want to emphasize before we close on timing issue, because that was the last point, before I got started with Valentis. That was my last point. I wanted to start with a company that was not, would be around 5 years old. Our company will be 5 years old, 20th of July. And I would not have joined if they were 2 or 3 years old. But you want to be in early anyway, because our company has gone through the first 3 years. They have gone up and they have gone down. And now, since they launched the Optimum Coffee a year ago, it's just been up, 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 and up. So we are seeing momentum already in the US today, and things are just moving without people talking about the coffee even. It's so unbelievable for you guys who have experienced momentum in any business. That's where you want to be in before it hit momentum. So when I was looking at it, I saw that Europe had basically not started, Africa or Asia had not started, basically. So I wanted to be in from the beginning, so to say, with a solid company in those markets. So those who build the foundation are those who benefit the most. Obviously, you can start in momentum and enjoy the momentum, but it's always best to be in the front of a momentum. So what I would urge every one of you who's listening to this call today, I would urge you to take a close look at this company, because we are going somewhere. We are going places. This is going to be a huge company all over the world. Why is that? Because we have something no one else has. We both with a product, we have absolutely a unique product, no competition at all. People feel it right away. So it's an instant gratification product, which is, in my opinion, is key, that people feel the product very quickly. And second of all, we have unmatched compensation plan. I'm telling you, I'm a numbers guy. I've seen most of the compensation plan out there, and there is no compensation plan out there that stands a chance, in my opinion, to the compensation plan that we are working with today. I've seen it in my first 5 months in the company, almost 6 now, and you will definitely experience what I'm saying right now if you join us and take massive action with us and help us build the foundation who will lead to a fantastic momentum both in Europe and other markets around the world. So I want to thank you guys for listening to us tonight, and hopefully we will see a lot of you very soon again. Thank you very much for listening and have a great night.